And we are now joined by two-time Grammy-nominated international producer, DJ, and now comic book creator, Steve Aoki.
What's
Steve, welcome to the Marvel booth. How are you?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm
congratulations on you are now a comic book creator.
I am. I feel really good about it, too.
Right?
I'm happy. I'm like filled with emotions
tell us
right
about
now.
the project.
Neon Future,
yes.
Yeah, so Neon Future, it's kind of like, well, I mean, I've been pushing the Neon Future concept for a long time with my music. So I've already done 2 albums under the album Neon Future. I'm actually dropping Neon Future 3 in November.
Yep.
And my fashion line right here of Dimmock, our collection now of the fall-winter collection is the Neon Futura. So it's all like coming together. And then the last very important way to illustrate Neon Future is obviously the storytelling comic book way through Neon Future the comic. So and it's a story that we've been curating and crafting for over the past year with incredible, like Jim Kruger, one of the best writers in the game, as you guys know, and Tom Bilyeu from Impact Theory, who's my partner in the whole project, and his whole amazing staff. So I'm so excited about the launch of Neon Future. The story is amazing. The characters are incredible. There's so much detail and so much story in the development of the characters. And I'm just excited.
Yeah, I can tell. There's like you're talking about, like crafting. There's so much. You create this entire world, this future with America has outlawed technology. Now there's this brewing civil war between those, between the two factions of non-technology and technology, which is super cool. Where did that inspiration come from in terms of crafting the story? What did you pull from? Were there certain Marvel stories maybe that you pulled from?
So basically, like the main gist of it is that I'm a techno optimist. Okay, so I'm a tech optimist. I believe using technology, we'll be able to find limitless potential.
Like cable.
I mean, basically, yeah. Basically, yes. So, I mean, which is all like, the basis of the imagination of where all comic books come from. Like, how do we imagine these limitless potential breakthroughs through technology, right? So, like Iron Man. Like Iron Man's a good one.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, exactly. So these are the ways where this is a story of like humans augmenting themselves, and we've augmented ourselves through like what we're doing now and how we keep developing that, and a government coming down and blockading that, and stopping that, authoritarian government stopping that, and the Neon Future Rebellion, led by Kita Savi, which is a character that looks like me.
I would say so, yeah. He bears a striking resemblance, I would say, too, yes.
But he's not like they're hunting us down, right? They're hunting us down. The authoritarian government and this guy Clay Campbell hunting us down. And Kita Savi, instead of militantly fighting back, we're going to solve this, more or less in a peaceful way, but the third lane is, if you will, the third lane. Yeah. And that's like kind of the struggle between, the authoritarian government. You have Kita Savi and the Neon Future Rebellion, and then you have the main spokesperson against augmented humans, Clay Campbell, who gets killed, who dies, and we augment him. We bring him back to life. So that's where the story gets really exciting.
Interesting. Yeah. Don't say anything. Don't get.
Right.
That's already. I was like, what?
I love that now. Every time you come to a comic book or comic convention, you can cosplay as that character. So I feel like you're like, right. Here I am.
I like you're saying they're hunting us. Like
they're hunting us. We have the tech, right? And then the guy that's hunting us dies, and then we're like, let's save his life.
Yeah, we gotta save him.
We're gonna give him the best tech that we have.
Nice.
So we saved his life. When he wakes up, like, oh man, I'm augmented. I am like,
I get it,
full blown.
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
And his whole team, like, then you get to see the story how that unfolds.
Oh God, I can't wait.
He's still doesn't like, he doesn't like me. He hates me. I'm the guy he wants to kill.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, and it's an incredible story. So this is issue 1. We've already developed 18 issues. Like, we already developed. We haven't drawn them all out, but 6 are going to be dropping in the first arc, and then so forth. So it's a very thought out, incredible story.
Yeah,
incredible story.
You multi-talented musician.
Of course, yeah.
As he said, 2-time Grammy nominated. What was the transition like going from music to comics?
Yeah, it's really this around Neon Future. I mean, like comics is okay. I'll rewind. Comics has been a part of my life before music, actually. So when I was a toddler, when I was a tween, that's when I was picking up my first comic, Wolverine. The Wolverine series was my favorite comic book ever.
Yeah.
That character he's my favorite character. That's when I first understood collecting. Like the idea of like getting every single issue. I gotta get issue 7, 8, 9. Going down the line. I'm missing 4. I gotta find 4.
The collector, the hunt.
Yeah,
as it were. Yeah,
right. And then I got into Punisher War Journal, and I got into the X-Men, and I have to say Marvel was my go-to. Anything Marvel created, I was like, I need to get my hands on it. Just like with Wolverine, I don't care what the next issue is. I gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
Whatever Marvel's making, I gotta get. It's a trusted source where you could find out, where you could just get pulled in another crazy creative space and imagination. Exactly.